Hello students, I am Krishna Nagar, your maths teacher, and today we are going to discuss third topic of our first chapter, that is real numbers and their decimal expansion. Real numbers and their decimal expansion. Students, you know that all the numbers which we can write are real numbers, rational numbers and rational numbers. So to write the decimal expansion of any number, we have to convert them into a decimal form. For example, if you are having a number, say 2 upon 5. Now, to write down its decimal expansion, we have to divide 2 by 5. For division, we will place a point and 0 will be there, and 2 4 are 20. That's it. So the decimal expansion of 2 by 5 is 0.4. Similarly, 1 by 5 is 0.2. So in this way, we can easily write down the decimal expansion of any fraction, or you can say any rational numbers. For now, let's consider some examples. In this question, we can see that we have to find out the decimal expansion of these three rational numbers: 10 by 3, 7 by 8 and 1 by 7. Let's do it one by one. When we divide 10 by 3, it will be 10 3 are 3 3 are 9, 9, 1 is a remainder, 10 again decimal, and this is how we are going to do the division. Similarly, if we divide 7 by 8, so 7 we will place a decimal, and 8 8 are 64, 6 is the remainder, again a 0, 8 7 are 56, remainder 4, 0, 8 5 are 40, and the remainder is 0. That means it's completely divided by this number. Okay, now 1 by 7. So when we divide 1 by 7, you can see that they keep on dividing, and the answer is 1.414285.7, and the last remainder is 1. Now when 1 is a remainder, we can again place a 0, and 7 1 are 7, and this process starts again from here only. It repeats itself. It means that after this 7, 1 4 2 8 5 7, this number is going to repeat itself. Now you can easily see that in the first division, one single term is keep on repeating, that is 0.3333. in this, the remainder becomes 0, so the answer is 0.875. but in this it keep on going. And in this 6 digits are repeating. Okay, so what we observe that when remainders is 1 1 1 1, so divisor is 3, remainder is 6 4 0, and divisor is 8, remainder is 3 2 6 4 5 1. Here you can see remainder is here 3 2 6 4 5 and again 1. Here the remainder is 0. In here the remainder is 1 1 1. That means all are the same. So in case 1, when the remainder becomes 0, so for example in 7 by 8, we found that remainder becomes 0 after some steps, and the decimal expansion of 7 by 8 is 0.875. In other example, as we discussed earlier also, that 1 by 2 is 0.5, If we divide 639 by 250, it's 2.556 and all. In all these cases, we can see that the last remainder becomes 0. So such expansions are called terminating. It means that after some time, remainder becomes 0. So such numbers are terminating numbers. Second case, when remainder never becomes 0. It means that the remainder never becomes 0. Either this repeating term is same or not. For example, in 10 by 3 we can see that the repeating term is 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, but the remainder never becomes 0. In 1 by 7, the expansion, the number repeat itself after some time. Okay, after 6 digits, the digits are repeating itself. So such type of numbers are called non-terminating recurring numbers, or we can say that non-terminating recurring rational numbers. These are rational numbers because they can be written in the form of p by q. So these are non-terminating recurring numbers. Now the next question. Show that 3.142678 is a rational number. In other words, express this number in the form of p by q, where p and q are the integers. So yet we have discussed that how to convert a rational number into a decimal number. Now how to write the decimal number into a rational number. So for this, when the digits are terminating, here you can say that the rational decimal expansion is terminating because after 8 there is no other number, so it's a terminating number. For terminating number, we can simply remove the decimal and write down the 0 under it, and this is the p by q form. If we want, we can convert it to a little simpler form, but if you are writing this also, then it is a correct answer. So this becomes a rational number, or we can say we can easily understand it. If suppose 0.2 is there, so we know that after one digit the decimal is there, so it would be 2 by 10. Suppose 3.23 is there, then it would be 323 upon 2 digits, that means 20, or 101.28. okay, so we will write it as 1 2, it's like 1 2 8 1 divided by 3 zeros, right? So this is how we write the terminating decimal numbers. Now let's take non-terminating decimal numbers. Show that 0.33333 can be expressed in the form of p by q, where p, q are the integers and q is not equal to 0. Now we have to write it. So since we don't know that 0.3 bar is called it x, means take x is equal to 0.3333 and this, so we name this number as s. Now here becomes a trick. What we have to do now, how many numbers are repeating? Only one number is repeating, so we will multiply it by 10. And we know that if we multiply any equation by the same number on LHS and RHS, the value doesn't change. So we will multiply x by 10 and 0.333 by 10. So this will shift to one decimal will shift one step ahead. Now you can see 10x is equal to 3.33333. Now since 3.333 can be written as 3 plus 0.33333 and so on. Okay, we can write it like this. So 3 plus, now this number is equal to x. Here we know that 0.33333 is x. So 3, we will write this as 3 plus x, since x is equal to 0.3333. Now it becomes 10x is equal to 3 plus x. When we will shift x on left hand side, it will become 9x is equal to 3, that is x is equal to 1 by 3. So the decimal expansion, the fractional representation of 0.3333 is x is equal to 1 by 3. Now the next question. Now we have to write down we have to express the 1.272727 as p in the form of p by q. Now here two numbers are repeating. Okay, we can see that the 2727 is keep on repeating. So again we will start with the same procedure. X is equal to 1.272727. Since two digits are repeating, we will multiply it by 100. Okay, so we will get 100x is equal to 127.272727. Now it can be written as 127 plus 0.2727 and so on. And we have taken x is equal to 1.2727. Now, so it can be written as x minus 1, right? When we will take x, it as x minus 1. So 127 minus 1, 127 minus 1, so 126 plus 1.272727. So the answer will be 126 plus x. So 100x minus x is equal to 126 implies that 99x is equal to 126. So that is x is equal to 126 upon 99, and when we will solve it, it would be 14 upon 11. So we can say that 1.27 bar can be written as 14 divided by 11. Now the next question. When all the terms are not repeating, here you can see that 0.2353535 can be what we have to express them in the form of p by q, right? Now again we will start with the same process, considering x is equal to 0.235. now again only two digits are repeating, so we will multiply it by 100. so 100x is equal to 23.53535 and so on. It can be written as 23.3 plus 235. Now we have taken 235 as x, so we will replace this number by x, 90, and when it got subtracted, 99x is equal to 23.3. so 99x is equal to 233 upon 10. So the answer is x is equal to 233 upon 990. Hence we find that the decimal expansion of a rational number is either terminating or non-terminating recurring. Moreover, a number whose decimal expansion is terminating or non-terminating recurring is rational. The decimal expansion of a rational number is non-terminating, non-recurring. The number whose decimal expansion is non-terminating, non-recurring is an irrational number. For example, root 2 and pi. These are rational number. Also root 5, root 7 or 0.0100200300004 and so on. Such numbers are also irrational number because they are endless. Now the next example. Find an irrational number between 1 upon 7 and 2 upon 7. Students, we know that there are infinite number of irrational and rational numbers between any two given real numbers. So here we have to find only one irrational number between 1 by 7 and 2 by 7. So first we will convert 1 by 7 into a decimal form, and similarly 2 by 7 in the decimal form. Now we know the decimal expansion is 1.28571 bar, and it's 28571 bar. Now we have to find out we have to write down the any irrational number between these two numbers. So we can easily write infinite numbers of here. The number should be greater than 152,857. Okay, so 1.15 would be greater than this and would be less than this. So we can write 1.1501 500 15000 and so on, or we can write 1.160 1600 1600 and so on. So we can write infinite number of irrational numbers between these two numbers. So thank you.